One thing that I'm particularly proud of about the Vocalist Studio and the work that we do and the 4 pillars of singing is, in some sense, unlike any of the other vocal training programs, and some of them are great. I own them and I've been inspired by many of them. But there's one consistent thing that I've noticed in a lot of these other programs that are good in their own right, is it's interesting to note that you get a great book, you get some good ideas and technique ideas are discussed, but there's no training content. There's no content for you, the student of training. There's the person that wants to put a microphone in your hand and train for an hour every day and get stronger. In some strange way, it's something that other schools and programs and products have missed. Not with TVS and the 4 pillars of singing. And because of that, I believe it's part of the methodology. Similar to bridging and connecting, that's not really a technique in itself, but it's an attitude, it's a principle, it's a value statement that says, not only are we going to present to you techniques and ideas like specialized onsets and training workflows and all of that, but we're going to provide for you content to train. The 4 pillars of singing training program is like a P90X for singers. Now, those of you that know what P90X is, then you get what I'm saying. Those of you that do not, in North America, we have a product that's sold on TV that's very popular called P90X. And in 90 days, you can work out and build a beautiful body, a beautiful, strong body. And it's a lot about having a unique training program for working out. The 4 pillars of singing is the P90X for singers. Now, currently at the date of making this video, this book is almost 500 pages long. I'm looking at page 338, and almost a quarter of the book is training routines. Now, this is the methodology, the onsets, the explanation of all of that, and the history of singing and science, and that's all in here. But 25% of this book, over 100 pages, is the training routines. Here is an example of the specialized onsets, broken down into the training workflows, both elements of the TVS methodology that I referred to earlier. Right here in the back of the book, not just talking about it, but actually showing you how to do it. In regards to the ever important acoustics of singing and the acoustic modes that I referred to earlier, specialized groups of vowels that share resonant energy and sound color characteristics, one thing that we've done in the training routine is we have assigned every one of the principal key training vowels that we work with for your training in the training routines a color. So the sound colors of singing, which can be kind of abstract to imagine sound colors because you can't see it, have been assigned a color as a visual metaphor. Now, for the first time, students of training can better understand the vowels and vowel modification by looking at each of the training vowels assigned a specialized color. Here are a couple examples of how we put those vowels together inside of vowel modification formulas. Now, to clarify, when you're training the 4 pillars of singing, after you get done training your specialized onsets, and you begin to put the phonation package or the onset package on the move, you then need to keep the format aligned and tuned, so you're going to have to understand your singing vowels. This is how you do it. If I show you an XY intercept graph that has from red to blue, you're going to understand that that's going to be a vowel modification formula or a movement of A to A-ishness in your singing vowels. Frankly, that's a great idea. That's the best idea I personally have ever seen in terms of understanding vowels in singing and the whole concept of vowel modification and keeping your format tuned. Beyond that, in the back of the book, we have tabled every single vocalese, which is fancy voice lesson talk for vocal workout that's in the program. The program has about 64 different workouts. Actually, it's about 33 different workouts, but each workout comes in a different speed and different key, which is pretty cool. So if it's too fast for you, you can train initially on the slower version until you get better, and then you go to the faster version. That's all laid out for you. Each one of those workouts have been summarized and tabled in the back of the book. So in these tables, you will build your own training formula that consists of choosing your acoustic mode, choosing which onset you want to use, and then putting those vowels from the acoustic modes together into a training routine. This is concrete, tangible content that you can use to practice. So you will never have the frustration of saying, I understand the techniques, I've read the book, but what do I do? How do I practice? How do I train it? With me and the TVS certified instructors and the TVS program methodology and this product, 4 Pillars of Singing, you'll never have that problem.